Hey guys, this is the Real Redneck American, and I'm here with another episode of WWE Fantasy Booking. And I'm going to be booking Jinder Mahal up until his title match with Randy Orton, and well, up until he wins the title. You know, so 2 nights after WrestleMania, Mahal debuts on SmackDown Live, and he basically debuts against Sin Cara. And he squashes Sin Cara 3 weeks in a row, actually. He squashes Sin Cara. Then the next SmackDown Live, he faces Sami Zayn, and he gets the win, but it like cheap shot. You know, a poke to the eyeball or a low blow when the ref was distracted, you know, something like that. And, you know, this is without the Singh brothers, so we could have Sami Zayn, you know, feuding with Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin just provided a distraction, you know, basically being his usual self. So, the next Friday night, Sami Zayn, Jinder Mahal, a rematch. And basically, they're a few minutes into fighting, and then Jinder Mahal just leaves the ring, grabs the mic, walks up the ramp. You know, he gets counted out. Sami Zayn's just like in the ring. What are you doing, man? And, you know, Jinder at the top of the stage cuts a promo. He's like, Sami's below him. He wants bigger and better competition than Sami Zayn. So the next SmackDown Live, Sami Zayn's making his entrance. You know, he's maybe going to fight like Dolph Ziggler or somebody. And Jinder attacks from behind and destroys him. You know, throws him into the steel steps, the Colossus through the announce table. You know, and then Jinder Mahal fights Luke Harper in the main event. And basically, Jinder Mahal ends up grabbing a win after about a 10-minute back and forth great match against Luke Harper. You know, Jinder is really looking strong. You know, like, obviously, people are confused. Why is Jinder Mahal main eventing SmackDown Live against Luke Harper? Like, they're like, do they really consider SmackDown Live to be that much of a B show to Raw that's main eventing? Well, no, it's just the fact that they're trying to build Jinder Mahal up to get into that market with India. So basically, Jinder beats Luke Harper next Friday night. So this same match opens up the show, and Jinder maybe he's trying to charge Luke Harper. Luke Harper moves and he hits the ring post, and Luke Harper takes advantage. Discus clothesline, 1, 2, 3. Luke Harper grabs a win. And the only reason I want Luke Harper to grab a win, I don't want him to be completely buried by Jinder Mahal, and I don't want to keep giving Jinder Mahal cheap wins, you know, because of eye pokes or low blows or stuff like that. You know, I want Jinder Mahal to actually look legitimate without having to cheat to win, you know. So, yeah, Luke Harper grabs the win, and everybody's like, oh, Jinder Mahal finally got pinned here on SmackDown, you know. It's over for him. Sami Zayn returns after the match and hits a haluva kick on Jinder Mahal, starting a miniature feud. 2 weeks in a row they face off. Jinder Mahal gets a cheap win by, you know, an eye poke and a Colossus. Or, no, wait. How about the ref is distracted? Sami looks hurt. Jinder exposes the turnbuckle. He grabs Sami. And he gets thrown into the exposed turnbuckle, but Sami misses like a kick or something, and Jinder takes advantage and throws him into it and hits the Colossus and wins. And the next Friday night, they have like a no disqualification match in it, main event SmackDown, and Jinder wins because he puts Sami through the table, through the announce table, rolls him in the ring, hits the Colossus, 1, 2, 3, and you know, maybe that buries Sami Zayn a little bit, but, you know, this is building Jinder up. So, you know, then you fast forward, and you got that same six-pack challenge, and they're trying to decide who the #1 contender for the title is going to be. Jinder ends up grabbing the win, and he doesn't cheat to do it, you know. He hits the Colossus. This time, I'd say on Eric Rowan, maybe, but he hits it. 1, 2, 3. Jinder Mahal is your new #1 contender. And building it up, you know, still build up Jinder Mahal as that anti-American guy, you know, still get the heat on Jinder, you know, the whole modern day Maharaja thing, But now it makes a little bit more sense because, hey, they actually built it up. So, you know, him and Randy Orton's cutting great promos back and forth. And then you finally get the match at Backlash, and maybe since they've allowed Jinder to win some matches, Randy doesn't have to carry the match this time. They actually have a legitimately good match, great book match. You know, Jinder Mahal basically, just like I forgot to mention, he does to Luke Harper, basically wearing Randy down throughout the match with a bunch of technical moves, holds, and finally, you know, Randy kicks out of a cloche, Jinder kicks out of a RKO, you know, and in the end, Jinder counters an RKO into a coloss and hits it. 1, 2, 3, Jinder wins. Then, you know, later on you give Jinder a few wins down the road, and you actually keep putting him in main event matches, you know. Have him grab a win over, say, AJ Styles and Shinsuke, you know. Maybe have him cheat to win the matches, but, you know, give him a couple of wins. Give him a win over Chad Gable, you know. All of them cheap wins, you know. He's cheating as champion, but, you know, his rematch with Randy Orton, it's a legitimate match. Hey, he wins the match without cheating. And then, you know, keep this going until SummerSlam. And then, you have him face, John Cena or whoever you want, you know. Obviously, he's not going to beat John Cena. But in this fantasy booking, he's going to beat John Cena, and he's not going to cheat to do it, you know. John Cena actually puts him over cleanly, and finally solidifies Jinder as a possibly legitimate champion, you know. I say keep the title on him until, like, the Royal Rumble. You know, obviously, I don't want Jinder being champion during WrestleMania season, because I want WrestleMania season to be saved for guys like Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles, or Shinsuke Nakamura versus John Cena. You know, I want WrestleMania season to be saved for that. Have him drop it at the Royal Rumble to save Shinsuke Nakamura or AJ Styles. Or even the surprise here, have him drop it to Dolph Ziggler or Sami Zayn. Have him drop it to somebody, but, you know, obviously give him, or even Luke Harper as a wild card, but, you know, give him some time as champion. And then even after he's the champion, still give him a run with the U.S. title, you know. He needs to stay in the mid-card and not return to jobbing, because returning to jobbing after being world champion makes no sense whatsoever. That's basically Dolph Ziggler status, and Ziggler is very talented in the ring, but, you know, he's never going to get a push, okay? I'm sorry. I would like to see it too, but he's not going to be pushed. But anyway, guys, that's fantasy booking Jinder Mahal as being built as a true WWE champion. Let me know if y'all like. You know, let's hit a like goal of 5 likes on this. And tell me, comment ideas on what else I should book, guys. And I will see y'all next time. Redneck out. Peace.